Hi student, hope everyone is fine. So in the last video we discussed about two types of problems. One is a two-digit number and another one is distance between the two cities. If cars move in the same direction or car move in the opposite direction, how to find its speed. Now we are continuing that topic. Here also speed distance problems only. Let's see the question. It's about the upstream and downstream. A boat goes 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream in 10 hours. So total it is traveling 74 kilometers in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometers upstream and 55 kilometers downstream. So total it will be 95 kilometers in 13 hours. Determine the speed of the stream and that of the boat in still water. So what do you mean by speed of the stream? Speed of the stream is there any, if water is floating, so there must be a speed of the water also. So that we call it as a speed of the stream. And obviously boat is moving upstream and downstream, so boat also must have some speed. So here I'll take let this is coming in red. Set speed of that stream equals to y kilometers per hour. So speed of the stream means water is also moving, so it will be y kilometers per hour and boat is moving with x kilometers per hour. Now I'll go for the case 1 and case 2, like upstream. This is first one. This one, let me underline this. Second case will be second case will be downstream. So what upstream means is going above against the water, downstream means it is going along with the water. Okay. In upstream, now what are the things are given to us? A boat goes 30 kilometers upstream, so distance is given. Distance equals to 30 kilometers. Next, what is given? 44 kilometers downstream in 10 hours. So distance in the downstream is also given. So 44 kilometers. Now speed, okay, in speed with distance upon time. So let me apply this formula in both the cases and see what do you get. Speed equals to means x minus y, this is speed, equals to distance is 30 upon time is t. If I simplify further this one, I can write t equals to, if you want let me insert the equation, it look appropriate. T equals to, numerator will be 30 and denominator will become x minus y. Okay, this will become the, if you want let me also insert here. I think it's okay, understandable. Now here also if I apply speed equals to distance upon time, here speed will be x plus y equals to distance is, so let me insert here because distance here it will be 44 kilometer upstream and the time taken is 10 minus t. So if I continue further here and if I mention it, bring x 10 minus t this side and x minus x plus y that side, then you'll get 10 minus t equals to, it will come as 44 upon x plus y. Okay, so you have t equals to 30 upon x minus y, and 10 minus t equals to 44 upon x plus y. Now what I do here is, in this equation which you have 10 minus t equals to 44 upon x plus y, in place of this t I'll replace 30 upon x minus y. So what we get is, you have 10 minus, just coming bold, let me insert the equation. You will get here 10 minus, in place of t here, which you have 10 minus in place of t, what I am going to do is I am going to replace 30 upon x minus y, which will be equals to, then you have 44 upon x plus y. Agreed? So this you will get it 10 minus 30 upon x minus y equals to 44 upon x plus y. Now what I can do here is, I'll keep 10 equals to this 44 x plus y, I'll keep here as it is, and this minus 30 upon x minus y I'll bring to the right hand side. So minus will become plus, and it will become, plus 30 upon x minus y. So what we do is, we'll call this as equation number 1. I not read the question also completely, okay? So here, this all the way of solving, you got it. Just a boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. Till here only we solve the question and we got equation number 1. Now to get the equation number 2, in 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. So what you can write here, if you want, mention here, in 13 hours, what happens then? It can go how much distance? 40 km upstream and 55 downstream. 44 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Okay. Now look at the first equation. Observe, in 10 hours, in first question also they said, in 10 hours, 44 km downstream and 30 km upstream. Just to remember the numbers, 10, 30, 40. So time 10 hours equals to 44 km downstream. So here x plus y is the downstream speed, and 30 km upstream, and speed is. So according to this, instead of writing this whole story every time, what you can do is, you can simply write here, simply it will come 13 equals to, whatever the timing you have, 13 equals to, let me insert the equation. First one, if I take upstream, because 44 km upstream, so distance is 44, and the upstream speed is going to be x minus y. If you want, you can check. Upstream, this is upstream, and speed is going to be x minus y. Here also it is written. Upstream speed is x minus y. So once you understand the concept, then you can write these things directly. You don't need to write each and every step every time. Now upstream is over. Now downstream is 55 kilometers, and the downstream speed will be x plus y. So this is going to be your equation number 2. Understood how to you write? Even in the exam also, just you mention these two steps. Let the speed of the boat is this and speed of the stream is y. Then from here you can skip these steps till here. You can skip these steps which are written in the red color. You can skip. Then directly you can write the equation 1 and equation 2. It is allowed in the exam. No mark will be deducted. Now see, you have something strange here. Generally, pair of linear equations which you are till now you solve x and y both the terms in the numerator, but you see the equations here, x plus y, x minus y, here also x plus y or x minus y. X and y terms are in the denominator. We never experienced such questions, right? Till now we are not solved any questions of this one. So what we have to do here is let one more assumption you have to make. Okay, so what is the assumption you have to make is let me insert the equation here as, maybe I'll take 1 upon x minus y is equals to some substitute 44q plus 32. Hello students, we'll continue this video along with the previous one. So we got the equation number 2. As we discussed, we have the denominators as x and y. So what I can do is that 1 upon x minus y is equals to p and 1 upon x plus y is equals to q. These are the substitution I am doing. That's why let. Now from equation 1, what you have, 10 equals to 44 upon x plus y plus 30 upon x minus y. So I have taken this equation number 1 here, which is equals to, now 44 upon x plus y. This term if I consider 44 upon x plus y, I can write this as 44 into 1 plus x, 1 upon x plus y. And similarly 30 upon x minus y, you can write it as 30 into 1 upon x minus y. I think you can write, because 44 into 1 upon x plus y is nothing but 44 upon x plus y. Now this, in place of 1 upon x plus y, you replace as q, so it will become 44q plus 30 in place of 1 upon x minus y, you replace the value as p. So it will become 44q plus 30p, which is equals to 10. So that's what I have written here, 44q plus 30p equals to 10. So we call this as equation number 3. Now similarly, this equation also I can change by replacing 1 upon x minus y as p and 1 upon x plus y as q. So we will get it as 13 equals to 40p plus 55q. So that's what I have written here, 55q plus 40p equals to 13. After getting this equation number 3 and 4, now these equations we know how to eliminate by using any one of the 3 methods: elimination, substitution, cross multiplication. So I use the elimination method. What I do is I multiply equation number 3 with 4. Here I have written equation number 3 with 4 and equation number 4 with 3. So after multiplying this, let's see what other things are going to come. This equation is multiplying with 4. So 4 into 44 is 176. Then 4 into 30 is 120p. Then 4 into 10 will be 40. Now equation number 4 is multiplying with 3. So 4 into 45 is 165. So here I put 165q. Then 3 into 14 is going to be 120. And 3 into 13 is going to be 39. So once now you see here, p is 120p. Here also p coefficient is 120. As I said, as we already know in the elimination method, if the signs are same, I have to interchange the signs. So plus 165 will become minus, plus 120p will become minus 120p, and plus 39 will become minus 39. Now here you see 176
minus 165 is going to be 11Q, and this 120p minus 120p will get cancelled. 40 minus 39 is going to be 1. So 11Q equals to 1, then Q is going to be 1 upon 11. Now once you get the Q value, you substitute either equation number 3 or equation number 4 anyway. So here I am substituting Q value in equation number 3. Substitute Q value in equation 3. So Q value is 1 upon 11. So we will get 44 into 1 upon 11 plus 30p equals to 10. So that's what I got here. 44 into 1 upon 11 plus 30p equals to 10. Now what happens here is 11 will get cancelled in 44 4 times. So I got 4 here plus 30p equals to 10. Now send 4 to the right hand side. So it will become 10 minus 4, which will be 6. 30p equals to 6. Then p value will be 6 upon 30. 6 upon 30 is nothing but 1 upon 5. Okay. So you got p value is 1 upon 5. Q value is 1 upon 11. But we assumed p value as 1 upon x minus y equals to 1 upon 5. And Q value I assumed as 1 upon x plus y. So Q value is 1 upon x plus y equals to 1 upon 11. Now here you have the fractional. You take the reciprocal of each fraction on both the sides of the equality. When I take the reciprocal, so reciprocal of, for example, if I have 2, reciprocal will be 1 by 2. If I have 1 by 3, reciprocal will be 3 by 1, or you can say only 3. So 1 upon x minus y, reciprocal is going to be x minus y, and 1 upon 5 reciprocal is going to be 5. And similarly here also 1 upon x plus y is reciprocal is going to be x plus y, and 1 upon 11 reciprocal is going to be 11. Now here again you have the two equations. One is x minus y equals to 5, another one is x plus y equals to 11. So again you have to solve this. This minus y plus y will get cancelled. I have x plus x equals to 2x, 5 plus 11 equals to 16. If 2x equals to 16, then x value is going to be 8. If x is 8, substitute x value here. You will get 8 plus y equals to 11. Then y is going to be 3. So you got x value and y value. That is speed of the boat and speed of the stream. Okay, so this is how we solve the question related to speed of boat questions, upstream, downstream questions. Here both are unknown. Speed of the boat is unknown and speed of the stream is also unknown. So that's why it takes a little bit more steps to solve. Once you master, okay, so these all steps are going to be vanished. Directly you'll write this equation number 1, then directly you write this equation number 2, then you can solve them all. Okay. Now let me take another question based on the same concept, but little bit variation. Here speed of a boat in still water is 15 kilometers per hour. So here speed of the boat is given to us. It goes 30 kilometers upstream and returns back to the same point. That means it travels 30 kilometers upstream against the water and coming back again 30 kilometers so that it can come to the same point. So going is 30 kilometers, coming back is also 30 kilometers in 4 hours 30 minutes. So total time to go and come back, it will be 4.5 hours. So 4.5 means it is a mixed fraction. 4 1 by 2. I can write it as a 9 by 2. Now here only one thing you have to find the speed of the stream. Means with what speed water is floating. Okay, speed of the water you have to find. So I have taken as let the speed of the stream equals to x kilometers per hour, and the speed of boat is already given 15 kilometers per hour. So as we discussed in the earlier question, upstream and downstream, I'll put two cases. Upstream means it has to go against the water. So speed of the boat minus speed of the stream, that is 15 minus x, and here downstream speed is 15 plus x, speed of the boat plus speed of the stream. That's why when you are walking downstairs, you go faster than you are climbing the staircase, because downstream speed always will be added, and the distance is, it is going 30 km upstream, and even distance it is going 30 km downstream, then only it can reach to the same point. Now speed equals to distance upon time, or I can write time equals to distance upon speed. See here, total time it has taken is 9/2 hours. 4.5 means 9/2. Here I written 9/2 hours equals to total time means going upstream and coming downstream. If I add both, that's why I added here both. Time is, upstream time is distance upon speed. Distance is 30 upon speed is 15 minus x. So this is the time of upstream and this is the time of downstream. Why it is the time of downstream? Distance upon speed, downstream distance is 30, speed is 15 plus x. So upstream speed, time plus downstream time, together it will be 9/2. See, okay. So you are written here. Here also, once you understand, you can skip this step, but I suggest you to write so that you will get less confusion. So on LHS, I'll go for LCM. LCM will become 15 minus x into 15 plus x. So here I have written 15 minus x into 15 plus x. Here is the LCM. Now numerator, what happens is this 30 will be multiplied with 15 plus x. So 30 into 15 plus x plus, here also plus. This numerator 30 will multiply with the denominator 15 minus x. So 30 into 15 minus x. Now open up the bracket. If you observe the denominator, this is a minus b into a plus b, which is a square minus b square. A square means 15 square, which is 225, minus b square means minus x square. In the numerator, you open up the bracket. Let's see. 30 into 15 is going to be 450. 30 into x is going to be 30x. Then 30 into 15 is again 450. 30 into minus x is going to be minus 30x. Now plus 30x, minus 30x, both will get cancelled. So 450 plus 450 is going to be 900 upon 225 minus x square is equals to 9 upon 2. Now here 9 and 900 both are in the numerator and opposite sides of the equality. So 9 will get cancelled in 900 100 times. Okay, so you will get 100 upon 225 minus x square equals to 9 ones are 9. So that's why 1 will be left out and 2 will come in the denominator. Now do the cross multiplication. 2 into 100 is going to be 200. 1 into this 225 minus x square is going to be 225 minus x square. Now transpose this minus x square to the left hand side, so it will become plus x square here, and transpose this plus 200 to the right hand side, so that will become minus 200 here. So x square equals to 225 minus 200 is going to be 25, so x is going to be 5. Plus or minus 5 will come, but speed cannot be minus 5, that's why I am considering it as plus 5. Okay. So this question is easier because you have to find only one variable, that is speed of the stream. Sometimes they give the speed of the stream, they will ask you to find speed of the boat. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Here the question is very simple. The distance of upstream and downstream both are same. So I have taken downstream distance, upstream distance both as 30 only here, and time together is given 4 hours 30 minutes. For example, if they give 20 minutes here, because 30 minutes exactly I know it is half an hour. If it is give 20 minutes is 1/3 of the hour. So 4 1/3. 4 1/3 is 13/3. So if they give 20 minutes there, here in space of 9 by 2, you will get 13 by 2. If they give 4 hour 10 minutes here, there are questions, okay? 4 hour 10 minutes, 10 minutes means 1/6, 10 upon 60. You can have to convert minutes into hours. 1/6 will come 4 1 by 6. 4 1 by 6 is 25 by 6. So like that, if any minutes are given, you have to convert that minutes into hours, then it will become a mixed fraction. You can convert into fraction. Now I am putting the 4 questions homework here. One is the distance, speed of the cars when you have distance traveling in the same direction, opposite direct question, which we discussed in the last class. Then 2-digit questions, okay, that also we discussed in the last class. And again a question related to boat, speed of the boat and speed of the still water. So solve these 4 questions as a homework. If any doubt, let me know. Okay. So today's class we discussed speed of a boat in upstream and downstream, and speed of the stream, speed of the boat related to upstream and downstream questions. Okay. Now if they ask you, for example, in any of the questions they didn't ask that time, because they already time is given, that's why they are not asking. Sometimes they may give you one of the speed, like x value will give into you, and t value they ask you. T value may be missing, t value they will ask you. So in that case, the same process will come. Here, see, I removed t. This t value I replaced here because I don't require time. Thus I removed t. So if you want t and you don't want x or y value, you can eliminate accordingly. The question will, you can solve it. The same process will remain. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.